Okay. Okay, post this link right quick. I'll be starting in a second, man. I'm just waiting for. Second. Give me 1 second in it. Alright. It's 10:40. What is good, yo? What is good? I am going to be starting now. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. So today we are going to be watching a video called When a Killer Vlogs His Murders. I be watching a lot of these crime documentary thingies, but apparently, I'm not really sure what this one's about. The video is by a YouTube channel. It's called Explore With Us. Explore With Us. They have a lot of good videos. I believe there. In fact, while I'm at it, I can even actually, I guess not. I'm just gonna copy the link and then actually wait. I'll leave the link to the original video here, obviously. Edit that in the description so that way I'll paste this into there. I left the original videos link in the description so you can go look at it yourself, give them their credit, whatever, yada, woo woo woo. Alright, so let me look in real quick. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started. Let me turn this up.
Alright, so how do you feel, Kayleen? We haven't done the part that I'm not looking forward to.
My husband's great. He really is. He's very respectful to me. I mean, he spoils me. He takes care of me.
I'm getting pretty close to that time. This is what I gotta do. I don't even question it anymore. At this point, I don't know what's gonna happen. I may get caught right away. I mean, I could basically be dead in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I don't know. It's all up to chance at this point.
Hey guys. Nice, look at all that smoke. Oh my gosh.
Though his family didn't yet know it, something was off with Peter Keller. What follows is found footage that just might be some of the most disturbing recordings ever filmed. Documented like a YouTube video, the video diaries Peter created provide a rare glimpse into the mind of a killer and document how something that may have begun as an innocent hobby.
That is so crazy. Like, somebody could for real record all this, and he just self-incriminated himself, like, with all this information. Like, you have a bunker with all this stuff. You got videos of you shooting guns before. You got videos of the gravesite. Hey, but you know what? We ain't even there yet. Let's let the video play. But that's crazy to me.
Ultimately manifested as unbelievable cruelty.
Think about stuff. Think about, like, how did I get so...
The majority of the following footage has never been seen before. It has been analyzed by a licensed professional counselor.
Okay. Looks like everything's working. Just checking the camera out. Since it's the first time watching myself. I hate watching myself. It's like, man, that's the way.
You hate watching yourself, then why are you recording a video you're gonna have to watch back? Especially one that's like, got you doing a crime.
Other people see me. So it's gonna take some getting used to. Not used to talking into a camera. Let's see, so here you can look at the trail. There's not much of a trail. I try to keep it as hidden as I can, so other people will stay off of it, which has worked so far. It's pretty far out, so nobody's been up here yet. I usually come up with between a 30 and 40 pound pack. Every time I bring a load of something up, I'm actually starting to get a lot up here. Try to make it as easy as I can during the transition time. So far, I've got a bed, blow-up bed.
What's good, Jazzy? How are you? Why did I just stutter so bad?
Bed, mattress.
Thank you for joining the stream.
With blankets and pillows and clothes and stuff to keep me comfortable. So, we'll see how long I last doing this. I don't know.
Just what exactly Peter was doing in North Bend, Washington isn't yet clear. It's incredibly rare to have self-recorded footage of a killer, and is especially interesting in this case because the scope of Peter's chilling plans could hardly be imagined from the casual conversations he has with the camera.
Basically, come up here on the weekends, or on a Friday, weekday, whenever the weather permits, or depending on what I'm doing.
Right.
At least once a week. And I tend to stay up here for about, well, with travel time, probably around 9 hours a day.
Do you know how crazy that is? Like, imagine you're simply like, okay, so like, obviously, living in Ohio, we have a lot of forest around us. Imagine, like, driving on the highway and you're passing a forest that has a trail through it. There is potentially somebody like this, literally just walking through the forest, recording himself, burying a body. Like, that's crazy to me. And he just finds nothing wrong with this. And, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Or each time, which is a long time.
Okay.
When he wasn't traversing the wilderness with his camera and dog, 41-year-old Peter was also a father and a husband.
Oh my God.
Hey,
They're
guys.
always a husband.
Okay, I got this face. You guys won't let me take that many pictures.
Damn, shut.
He and his wife Lynette had an 18-year-old daughter named Kayleen, and the three appeared to be a normal, happy family.
Right, no, for real.
I just do a lot of videotape and then I just cut all the junk out.
However, Peter's mysterious project in the woods would eventually take a terrible toll on his day-to-day life.
Kayleen Keller.
Or it'll do that to you.
Alright, so how do you feel, Kayleen?
No more high school, yay!
Feel different? No?
You don't feel different? You got a
Look
new
at his
life
cut.
ahead of you.
Look at his cut. What's up with his cut? Hold on. Let me see when it comes back up.
High school.
I'm gonna see when it comes back up.
Yeah, you got till tomorrow to get your stuff out of the house. So.
Hey, hold on. Before we go back to the cut thing, that statement, he probably meant that too, which is crazy. He said you got till tomorrow to get your shit. That's insane. Like, damn, you can't let her chill. I mean, he's probably joking, but the reality of it is that's crazy. He's like, yeah.
She's living with us forever. Sorry, Carson. Forever.
Kayleen graduated high school just a few months after her father started recording. He was on
Damn!
track to start.
That
at Bellevue
boy's
College
cut
in
is
the fall.
crazy.
In addition to her interest.
Man,
in
BZ, what's good, man? What's good? Thanks for joining the live.
She also appears to have shared her father's interest in cameras and dabbled in the hobby of videotaping as well.
That big ass TV. Yikes. He got a Daft Punk, like the helmets that they be wearing? Why his cut make him look like that? That's crazy.
For me and sell me on eBay.
Oh.
What you doing?
Wait, what did he say? Wait, hold on. What did he say? What did he say? Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, back up. Damn! All up in his grill.
Lynette also sometimes used the camera to film videos. She
I would have knocked her off too, putting the camera in my face like that. What the fuck? I'm just playing.
Hey everyone.
Hold on. I don't even know if she's the one who dies in this video, actually. That's the crazy part.
To show you guys that I'm gonna put in my store. I'm so excited. This is bag 2.
What's that say? What's that say?
I'm so
Hold on.
excited. This is bag.
I ain't gonna try to read that. If y'all can read that, let me know. But I can't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what that says. Something bag 2. I don't know.
Bag 2.
Bag of
And I have
bullshit,
so much
number
fun
2.
making these too. You guys got a lot of products in here.
I want to first show you, look at Dino. He just got a haircut a couple days ago. My husband was like, he's looking too scruffy.
I am very sharp
He wasn't wrong. You need to fire that dog groomer.
person. And doing these videos really helps me open myself, because I figured if somebody doesn't want to watch it, then don't watch it. I'm not forcing you to. So these videos really help, and he really helped me.
While Peter worked to refurbish computers.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie. This setup right here, it ain't got nothing good written behind it. Your laugh is loud in your mic and it makes the whole thing loud. I'm sorry. My fault. But, the whole, like, behind the scenes shit right here, like this right here, My brother got orange Gatorade, some Cheez-Its, and he got the CP. I'm not going to say that on YouTube because I don't want them to give me some type of ban. But I'm talking about that minor video. You know what I'm talking about. He got at least 32 gigs on here. This is the craziest setup waiting to happen. Is a big-ass fire right here. I'm not going to lie. This is insane.
Lynette struggled with medical issues, and as a result, wasn't able to work full-time.
My husband, a few months ago, went out and bought me a big recliner for my bath. I just now started to use it. I'm so happy. Usually.
He bought you a recliner, and you ain't used that motherfucker off rip. So crazy. Be your own people for real.
Sit on that I love this chair. He's here. He's supporting me. He takes care of me. Even though I can't go back to work and I'm home in pain all the time, he gave me my scrapbooking room with my dream come true.
She made and sold custom paper flowers and shared her scrapbooking hobby in local fairs to bolster the family's income.
That's kind of cool.
Oh my gosh,
okay.
I'm so excited.
What is it?
Pretty much, this is my anniversary present. I'm so thankful that my husband was able to give me that so
That's
I
the
could
anniversary present?
stock up on supplies for me. And I also got some stuff for you guys too. Even my husband was looking at this and was just like, oh my gosh, look at the detail. Even my
Why is your grown-ass husband looking at a strawberry shortcake cutout?
husband was looking at this.
Nah,
and
that's...
like, oh my gosh, look at the detail.
From an outside
Would have
perspective,
packed her up
it appeared
too.
that
I'm saying,
faced
like,
challenges. They were
what?
sticking together and making things work. But
Okay.
as later events would reveal, all wasn't going as well as it appeared.
Right.
You can watch me open this thing. This thing's always so heavy.
Whoa, what cut was that? How did we end up in the forest from
This
that?
impressive structure, affectionately nicknamed Camp Keller, was what kept Peter occupied in the woods for so long.
Why?
Disguised as part of the hillside, the only
Baggy
thing that might
ass
give its
jeans,
presence away
boy.
is a temporary tarp stretched over part of the roof.
That's what he hid a body underneath. A tarp from Menards. He couldn't do no better than that. You got the woods full of shit, and you're telling me the best you could do was a tarp from Menards? That's it? Like, my God, criminals get lazier by the day.
Peter
My
took care
God.
to conceal that with brush.
This is something I wanted to do probably since I was a teenager. To make a home underground somewhere so I didn't live around people.
Or, hear me out, if you don't want to live around people, maybe take a vacation, take some you time. He said, you know what? Let me kill them. Hell no. And he got these two big ass 2x4s. Like,
One of my
what?
projects today is to take all
And
this
nobody
stuff
noticed
up
him
recently
bringing these out to the woods? Like, ever?
and stack it up, pull it down, so if somebody stumbles out here, it not as noticeable.
Cap, I'm gonna notice that.
Now, have the means of people to actually pay for it. I've spent a lot of money on this so far, thousands of dollars,
Thousands of dollars? What is this thing, a Batman?
thousands more on guns.
What, you got that bat cave under there, bro? It looks like just a bunch of wood.
Everything I can think of.
The bunker was a shocking feat of engineering, considering all of Peter's supplies were either gathered from the forest around him or carried in from his house, which was about an hour's hike away.
This is kind of an outside.
What?
My wood pile on this side.
I was just playing. Why he deadass got the bat cave, bro? What, bro? He really has the bat cave.
In
This is
addition to the tools
crazy.
and materials he needed to build the
This nigga
bunker,
got a chainsaw.
Peter carried a significant amount of food, drinks, and creature comforts into the camp. He brought enough to set
That nigga got 3 bottles of vodka. And they didn't even know, like, he got that shit you gonna find at the not even the corner store. That shit gonna be called Crazy Mart. That nigga got 3 Crazy Mart bottles of vodka, and he got some pine saw. This nigga needs to be on the watch list immediately. This is insane work.
Set up a kitchenette, complete with an emergency vodka stash. The entire complex was powered with a generator, which Peter somehow managed to bring up the mountain.
What?
He even went out of his way to engineer a wood-burning stove made out of an inverted metal garbage can. He rigged a chimney to funnel the smoke up and out of the residence.
Who is this
smoke
nigga?
would ultimately provide a valuable clue as to the camp's location. Other highlights of Peter's stash include multiple 5-gallon buckets, which could not have been easy to move, heavy-duty chains, and a hacksaw. But as impressive as the wilderness construction may be,
that's
the question
crazy
remains
angle.
as to why Peter built it in the first place.
Right.
I just feel like I'm getting knocked back every time financially. My wife is just gonna suck all the money out that I have.
How he mad his wife is sick? This ain't even her fault. He mad at his wife for being sick. He in the woods building stoves and shit. How? Alright. That's
And
good.
I'm so excited because I can actually afford these deals. My husband, he gave me some money to go in here, so I'm like so excited.
All right, I'm getting ready to move one of these big beams in.
Fuck is this nigga Kratos? Can move a whole tree?
Which makes them
Where's
very
like? How
heavy.
is he?
Makes it a real.
Let's see. I met him when I was in high school, but I just, wasn't interested. And then I met him again, and he was so sweet. We became like best friends. He said one of these days he wanted to get married and have kids, and he asked me what I wanted, and I said I don't ever want to get married. So then my sister, we were getting along at the time, she really liked him, and she said, well, you gotta just, you're gonna regret it if you don't. So I was like,
L sister. Like,
then 3 months later, he started talking to me about marriage. And I was like, dude, I told you I don't want to get married. Stop pressuring me.
3 months later?
We've only officially been together for 3 months. It actually started within a month. And I was just like, no, you gotta stop. So finally, a little over 3 months, he asked me to marry him. I was like, of course I'll marry you. And I grabbed the ring and put it on my finger. I was just so excited.
I was gonna pay $90 for a pair of leggings,
L-ads.
but ever since I found out about this Fabletics sale
no.
for
no thank you. I'm gonna have to get a subscription, so I don't got no ads no more. This is crazy.
That's my story of my husband, who is, who is my husband, who's the love of my life.
At this point, I don't know what's going to happen. I may get caught right away. I mean, I could basically be dead in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I don't know. It's all up to chance at this point. So I don't think anyone knows where I'm at. But if they put it together, who knows? At this point, I have to take that chance. So
I'm not gonna lie, you took a video of where they can find you, so I don't think it should be
go
too
as far
hard.
as I can.
No, you didn't go too far. It's only an hour
My
away.
escape, and that's death. And I'm okay with that. So I'm getting to the point where I'm just trying to live and pay bills and live as a civilian and go to work.
So he builds a bunker in the forest. He wants to live, survive, pay bills, so he builds a bunker in the forest.
He's a great guy. He stuck around with me. I'm, some guys are kind of leave when you get that, it's part of your vows. But anyways, I don't want to get on to that.
It just freaks me out. It's actually more comfortable for me to think about living out here, robbing banks, pharmacies, just taking what I want for as long as I can. At least it'll be exciting.
Like what?
It won't be boring. And I don't have to worry about Lynette or Kayleen. And everything will be taken care of. It'll just be me.
Peter's complaints are all too common, but could indicate the presence of major depressive disorder. Additionally, Peter is doing a lot of fidgeting in this video, signifying that despite what he's saying out loud, his thoughts might be giving him a lot of anxiety.
He's a crash out.
Perhaps this stems from the fact that, as some of Peter's cryptic comments hint, there's a much darker aspect to his fantasy than he lets on.
Well, I wanted to get a video log in because we haven't done part that I'm not looking forward to.
What's that?
I'm getting pretty close to that time.
And what's that?
I'm guessing probably a couple months away, maybe 3. So yeah, I know I can, once I do this, I could either die then, maybe something will happen, or a few days or weeks.
Is the audio too loud or is it good?
Or maybe even years. My goal is to make it 10 years, but that's the other hard part. It's either to not care about dying and to still care about the project.
Peter's comment that he wants to survive for 10 years out in the woods complicates an already strange situation even further.
That's actually insane.
He isn't just aiming to leave his day-to-day life and job behind.
Right.
There are Lynette and Kayleen to think about, and so far, he hasn't shown any interest of bringing them along on his adventure.
Right.
Go ahead, open. Oh my goodness. You are so sweet, you guys. Sorry I'm whispering. My husband's sleeping. Our little doggy's sleeping with him. Last time I was doing a video, I was talking too loud, and he woke up and came out here.
Part of me has a hard time even imagining doing what I'm going to do, but as I think about it, I always come up to the same conclusion every time. I'm starting to get more okay with it. Other times I feel like I'm more than ready. I've tried to make it in this world, and it just isn't happening. I'm 40 now, and I am running out of time.
You're
I
only
don't
40
question it anymore.
Talking like
It
you're
just
running
seems
out
like
of time.
everything makes so much sense now.
Oh dear.
You know, just the more I've thought about it.
The voices! It's the
Stand
voices!
it. I don't really feel bad about it.
Oh my gosh.
It's just the way it is. You know, certain things happen and cause this to happen. So, just kind of accepted it and just rolling with it. Well, this is it. Home sweet home. Got the lantern going so you can see a little bit.
That
Not a
is
lot.
insane, bro.
You know, I often wonder if what I'm doing is the right thing.
It's not.
And I think it is.
These statements, though shocking, actually align with the earlier theory that Peter was suffering from a serious depressive disorder.
You know, as I do this for hour on hour, it's like I just sit there and think about stuff. Think about, like, how did I get so fucked up? How did so many things go wrong? I don't think it's all my fault. I think it's more my upbringing got me like I was just too ugly. Nobody cared.
Bro, you have a whole wife and kid.
Peter's
that's
recollection of
crazy.
feeling off also supports the depression theory, as it's common for symptoms to emerge during adolescence. Additionally, it's known that individuals with unresolved trauma can become stuck developmentally. This could very possibly be what happened to Peter, as he previously mentioned that he'd wanted to build a camp like this since he was a teen. If he became emotionally stuck at that point in his life, it could explain his apparent resentment for his family, along with the continued desire to depart from society.
Yeah, basically last year has been really tough on me. Been coming to terms, realizing just how pathetic I am. And there's just no hope. But it's tough.
That's great.
Wasn't interested in anything anymore. Couldn't motivate myself. All I did was work on this. It's the only thing that would make me feel better. But I think I've come to terms with it. Starting to feel better now. Not quite sure why.
He had to build it back in, and now he feels
It's
better.
just that I'm getting this further along. Maybe I've just come to terms with what I am in the situation. Yeah, kind of working through it. You know, I've tried. I always keep going back to the same person I am. I guess it's also because I don't have anything. I never did.
Bro,
No money.
you have a wife, kid, and a
My husband
bunker.
actually gave me some money, and I was going to go out and buy some of these, but I'm going to go buy ink instead. So awesome. Sorry, I'm trying not to get too excited because my husband's going to be like, what are you doing?
So, like,
No personality.
what's her deal? Like, what does she do? Aside from, I mean, like, I know she's sick,
I mean,
but, like,
I'm okay with it.
she just chill at home and draw for
It's
real?
just I
Make
understand
shit?
now very clearly. This is the only thing I have.
It's just a single pick, but you know, we all add single pick. Sorry, my dog's being crazy. My husband's probably chasing him around the living room. I know, my husband spoils me. He hates seeing me in pain, so tonight he came home and he gave me another $20 because he knows I'm going to the doctor's tomorrow and he wants me to stop at Michael's and get some.
She said her husband spoils her, so he came home and gave her another $20.
more stuff.
Well, it's about 2 weeks before the end. This is going to be my last video, probably before until after that. That's terrible.
I wanted to give some items for my mom and some other items, but I just want to show you that Dino. Sorry, my husband's home. Dino.
And that little dog can bark loud as hell.
I finally drop out of society and start this project.
Sorry. The cute little puppy, right?
No.
So these are the items that are in there now. They're hard plastic. Stop.
Well, it's about 2 weeks before we finally drop out of society, fully commit to this. It's probably gonna be my last video till after that.
He says his
Here we
last
can see
video
that
when he's
Peter
on
actually
tape
does
number 3.
retakes instead of being fully candid, like other videos suggest. This, along with the comments he's made about his appearance, seem to indicate that Peter cares deeply about how people view him. The retake suggests he's purposely curating how he appears to anyone who views these tapes. He wants to make the best possible impression. Again, this could tie back to major depressive disorder and childhood trauma. Teenagers often act as though they have what's known as an invisible audience, the idea that people are watching them all the time and judging their looks and actions. From what we see in the video,
That's what I'm doing right now.
seems to still be acting like this at age 41. This type of behavior can also be found in individuals with narcissistic tendencies. The question of Peter's
In other words, he has schizophrenia.
intentions would be one of the first mysteries police faced when they became involved in the situation on April 22nd,
He was gonna live in that?
2012. It was a quiet day in the mobile home park where the Keller family lived when, seemingly out of nowhere, several neighbors heard what they believed to be an explosion. When they saw flames coming out of the windows of the Keller home, the neighbors summoned the fire department. Firefighters swarmed the home, climbing on top of it, even as the blaze ate through the roof. They had no idea just how seriously they were risking their lives until later. Once the fire was doused and investigators entered the residence, they discovered Peter Keller was nowhere to be found. Iwu spoke with Cindy West, a retired police sergeant who worked on the Keller case, in an exclusive interview.
I was actually the public information officer, and I think it was a weekend, because I was actually heading out of town and I got the phone call. So I turned around, came back into town, and arrived up there in North Bend, and then the investigation started there. And as the investigation went on, it just snowballed from what the heck happened to, wow, this is bigger than I think anybody thought at the start.
For those of you who aren't familiar, a public information officer handles all inquiries about an active case, providing private citizens as well as the media with information that's been approved for release. As such, Cindy was intimately familiar with the inner workings of the Keller case. The day of the fire, tracking down Peter became the police's highest priority. In just a few hours, they located his vehicle parked downtown. The keys were left inside, but there was no evidence as to where he might have gone. When they entered his workplace to ask where Peter might be, all his co-workers could offer was that Peter had already left for the day and had stated that he might be back tomorrow, next week, or possibly never. Police also discovered that Peter had recently withdrawn $6,200 from the family bank account. Everything suggested that Peter was either in danger, running, or both. For now, police had no idea where he could be hiding. But they weren't clueless for long. Police got lucky when searching Peter's home and unearthed a hard drive containing Peter's video diaries. Combined with what else was discovered in the residence, the investigation went from serious to downright bone-chilling.
Well, before, a while ago, I used to sit here and think, this whole thing is just crazy at times, and then I'd think about it, and it would make sense, and it's like, okay, this is what I gotta do.
Peter's decisiveness in this clip, paired with the horrific details of what police had found in the remains of his home, would likely be shocking to even the most seasoned law enforcement official. They were at a complete loss when it came to explaining how and why this had happened. Only time would reveal the haunting truth. When it came to the video entries, they supplied more than just a record of Peter's thoughts. As it turned out, other entries in the video diary and the accompanying photographs would become the key to tracking Peter. Retired Sergeant Cindy West was able to share the creative technique the police ended up using.
They had photographs that Keller had taken on the mountainside as he's constructing this bunker.
Like I said, he just self-incriminated himself so crazy.
From nothing's there to a little bit more to a little bit more.
These photos look like a detective took it.
You can see, I couldn't see it. It looked like a power line in the distance. So you're looking off the mountain toward, which would be North Bend, the city. You can barely see this power line and something else. Again, I didn't think it was a power line. But our detective Mike Mellis says, I think that's a power line. I think that down there is probably the city. And then according to these other photos, there's a couple streams nearby. So he does a lot of investigation and says, well, it's got to be in one of these 2 points then. And I'm like, I don't know how he came up with that, but he was exactly right.
Combined with reports of Peter's truck being regularly parked at a specific trailhead, this was enough information for police to start canvassing the area to search for Camp Keller. It took 6 days, but eventually they succeeded. The smoke visible in this footage came from Peter's makeshift chimney and was instrumental in leading the police to Camp Keller. However, rushing in and making an arrest wasn't going to be an option. They had no idea how many people might be inside or what their intentions were. Remember, Peter had been stockpiling weapons and ammunition at home. And thanks to his videos, which were discovered when police reviewed the recordings that were not destroyed in the house fire, they knew he likely had firearms at his camp. Little did they know what else they would uncover. They also knew that there was a chance they could be dealing with a hostage situation. A direct approach could endanger Peter's life if he was being held captive, or spook him if he had hostages of his own. They needed to make whoever was inside come to them.
You guys on a number 3 side, can you get to that window and break it out or throw gas in there?
Brian, there looks like a slot or a window that's propped open in the back, directly towards the dirt wall, but I couldn't see it. You got something over it. Maybe you guys can throw a log through it or something.
But if we throw number 2 in that ditch, it should cycle right up. The tarp should push it right into the structure.
That's exactly what they decide to do. The response team keeps the bunker surrounded in the hopes that the gas canister will drive those inside out of the bunker and straight to the waiting forces. But after about 10 minutes, nothing has changed.
Yeah, it's dissipating finally. The first one you sent in is dissipating. You want me to throw a 9?
What if he's in there burning the bodies, bro?
Open the window where we first gas.
Yeah, if you can do it from your position.
With the gas canisters having no effect, the team is forced to reconsider their tactics.
For planning purposes, if this gas isn't going to work, we may have the command post try and locate like a wildland fire pump and hose that can pump a large volume of water into this place, Greg. I think we could probably utilize this creek. We just need enough hose and a pumping station to get it, up to where we want it.
We've got new photos showing this bunker may have multiple levels.
Big copy.
This information actually came from Peter directly, and the self-recorded videos that they found in his burned-out house.
Well, this is the end of the day. I'm getting wrapped up, getting ready to leave. I don't know if you can see me, but it's kind of one last look at everything.
What? Oh yeah, he made that stove out of that trash can.
Fireplace, wood stove, whatever.
That's crazy.
Pretty dark. Now we're going upstairs.
He had a hole upstairs.
This is where most of my supplies are.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't remember that. Like, I didn't even realize that there was an upstairs and downstairs. I thought it was just one big floor. That's insane. That's insane.
Pretty well
Oh yeah, he
stocked
did
up.
have his vodka up there. I forgot about that.
My window. Looking down on the wood stove. And that pretty much wraps it up for the day.
Finally, police resorted to throwing a grenade towards the bunker.
Wait, hold on. Whoa. A grenade? So they're worried about hostages and they threw a grenade? Bro.
Even an actual explosion failed to get results.
What,
Police knew
bro?
that they would have to be the ones to approach. After a full day of besieging the bunker, they decided to break through the roof.
I'm not gonna lie, the dude rappelling down looks like the last person you'd expect to be ever rappelling through your roof.
As a matter of fact, it didn't. After assessing the situation, investigators concluded that they were dealing with arson. But that would all change when they made their way into the home and stumbled upon a disturbing discovery. It wasn't a subtle attempt either. The remains of a red gas can were found melted onto the stove, where it had been placed in a skillet to heat up until it ignited. Police found several other gas cans throughout the residence, boxes of ammunition, and a homemade explosive device.
No, this was a
Investigators
threat.
could only assume
He was a
it
real
meant to
threat.
be
He was a
triggered by
real threat,
fire
for real.
in order to destroy the house and everything inside.
That's crazy. And they threw a grenade at that? Imagine if it actually blew everything up.
It could have gone off while they were on the roof,
Right.
potentially costing them their lives.
That's crazy.
Police believed that this evidence was meant to be destroyed in the fire, along with the video diaries. But
Yeah, no
those
shit.
items were hardly the most shocking thing they discovered.
What?
There were two bodies in the
No!
body.
Sheila! Oh, I knew it. Oh, no.
They had both been shot in the head.
Nice.
No, not nice. That's you! Oh, my God.
Nice. Look at all that smoke. Oh my god.
Look at the gun. Look at the gun. That nigga had no good intention. Look at the gun. That nigga had no good intentions with that thing. Nigga had a Draco sitting in the foot bag. Oh no.
It seems that what Peter's video diary
Was that a suppressor?
at the entire time was killing his own family.
Part of me has a hard time even imagining doing what I'm going to do. But as I think about it, I always come up to the same conclusion every time. I'm starting to get more okay with it.
Retired Sergeant Cindy West was once again willing to share her thoughts on the tragedy.
What?
I don't think either of them knew it was coming. Again, based on the conversations that we had with friends of both of them, it sounded like he was a loving, great husband. So I think they were both blindsided by it. And, you know, I don't know. This case just...
I'm not going to lie. I don't think he was a loving
there's no way
husband.
it's ever going to resolve in my brain.
At the graduation, he literally told her, you got to go. Then he was giving his wife $20, talking about something. Go buy yourself something nice.
Because you just think, why?
Bought her a recliner. I think that's the most he cashed out on her.
On the friends and neighbors, he had this dog that went everywhere with him, hiking or apparently to go build a bunker, you know, for all these years, and he killed the dog too.
No!
The dog would give him away in the bunker, and so he killed the dog. Again,
I mean, the dog was ugly and shit, but like, you didn't have to pack him up too.
That he obviously had some sort of mental illness. Dipstick wasn't hitting the oil with him, but it just makes you shake your head. I've seen a lot of stuff in
That's
my
the
career,
first time
a lot
I've
of
ever
bad
heard
things. You just shake your head about, you know, sometimes when things happen. But this case really, really
Not a case of water in sight.
got to me.
Cindy shared with us what happened when police finally made entry into Camp Keller. And what they find inside the bunker is even more shocking than anyone expected.
Did he put the bodies in there?
When our TAC 30, aka SWAT guys, discover the bunker, of course they surround it and make sure everybody's safe, let everybody know what's going on before they hail to him saying, hey, you know, come on out with your hands up, yada yada, all that. And it was just a short time after they initially tried to make contact with him that they heard a pop. So they didn't know, did he have an accidental discharge? Was it something else? They didn't know.
When the walls of Camp Keller were finally breached, police discovered that Peter had stayed true to his word and ended his life when faced with capture. Soon after the police surrounded his stronghold. Perhaps this was Peter's only intention all along. He wanted to achieve this teenage fantasy of living out underground in the woods before he died. But he had no end game other than his own death.
What?
Well, the fact that he was found was significant. We were worried what he might do to somebody else. If he's, you know, brazen enough to kill his wife and his daughter, then what's he going to do to somebody else? But I think there was a sense of relief that it was over, that he had been apprehended, you know, not apprehended, but that he was finished with his crime spree, that nobody else got hurt. There was so much potential for injuries to citizens and all the officers involved that it was definitely a sense of relief.
The camp was turned over to King County Department of Natural Resources, who eventually destroyed the bunker.
What?
Peter's cash hoard was donated to a memorial scholarship established in memory of Lynette and Kayleen.
Wow. Wow, 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 and wow again. That is insane. That is insane, that is insane, that is insane. Bro spent all that time literally just to pop himself in the end. I mean, he said he was going to do it, but like, that's crazy. Damn. Wow. Wow and wow again. But anywho, heavy video. Thanks for joining the live stream. So all y'all are here, or all y'all who came. If you're new, of course, subscribe for surely. thank you again for joining the video and tuning in and watching this video with me. And like I said in all my videos,